Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today's topic is voltage divider rule. To understand the voltage divider rule, we first consider a series circuit. Let us the circuit consists of two resistors, that is R1 and R2, with series a voltage source V. V is a supply voltage and the current is I flow through the whole path. That means the current flow through the resistor R1 and R2 both. The equivalent circuit of this circuit is a single resistor which is a voltage source. The resistor is the equivalent resistance are equivalent, and the current I and voltage V. Here the equivalent resistance are equivalent is equals to the summation of the resistance of the first circuit. That means R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2. This is the equation number 1. From the circuit 2, the current flow through the circuit I is equals to V divided by R equivalent according to the Ohm's law. Putting the value of R equivalent, we get I is equals to V divided by R1 plus R2. This is the equation number 2. And from the first circuit, the voltage across the R1 is equals to V1, and the voltage across the resistors R2 is equals to V2. Here V1 and V2 is the summation or the total voltage, total applied voltage V. V is equals to V1 plus V2. From this circuit, we calculate V1 and V2 according to the V, voltage V. Here the voltage V1 is equals to multiplication of current and resistor R1 according to the Ohm's law. Putting the value of I from the equation number 2, we get V divided by R1 plus R2 into R1, or V1 is equals to R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into V. This is the equation number 2. And we calculate the V2. V2 is equals to current I multiplication of the resistance R2. Putting the value of I, we get V divided by R1 plus R2 into R2 divided is, or V2 is equals to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into V. This is the equation number 3. Here the equation number 2 and equation number 3 is the voltage across the resistance R1 and R2 with respect to voltage V, that in terms of V. This is the representation of voltage divider rule. From the explanation, we can easily calculate the voltage in series circuit across a resistor by this formula is Vn is equals to Rn divided by Rs into V. Here Vn is the voltage across the required resistance, and Rn is the resistance of this resistor, and Rs is the R equivalent resistance of the series circuit, and V is the total supply voltage. Thank you.